matchup here between two conferences that are now battling for respect. It's the Big 12 versus the ACC. Welcome to beautiful South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad out of the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 13th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Hurricanes will kick this deep to start us off. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. They're going to run it. Going absolutely nowhere with a loss on the ball. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
To throw, it's Sorsby. Pulls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Anytime an out route is run the right way and the quarterback throws it on time, it's nearly impossible to defend. This time the corner's able to bat it down because the quarterback was a little bit late on the throw.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Throws it to the right. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Bearcats.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort. On that return. snap motion from the offense. They're going to the air on the first play. Close to the tight end. Oh, what a grab! And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 48. First down play here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it go. He's got it with room to run. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. They're set up just inside the red zone now. And here's the handoff. Headed for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
And now here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT is good. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First play of the drive now from the 25. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Toss play to the outside. He's in the clear. Here he goes. Across the 40. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play.
Boy, toss play is pretty when you can get this kind of yards. Pulling offensive linemen, get out in front, do their job. The back has got to give credit to that convoy of blockers opening up the field on that run.
Toss play. Back heads to his right.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Pryor. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Oh, almost intercepted. Big guy would love to have that one back. Couldn't quite hold on.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
And the Bearcats will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Grab down the middle. It's Allen. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Blitz and a quick sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Looking to throw. It's back. Makes the grab. It's Hodges. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And they convert on third down. Move the ball to the 36. The Canes will have 1st and 10 here. He tosses it back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it in the open. He's in the clear. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to 3rd down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's 1st and goal.
The Hurricanes trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. On the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. That's caught. It's Allen. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
And the Miami offense is back on the field. passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. The pocket breaking down. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
At first down, sack a surprise and moves him back into fringe field goal range. What can they do on 2nd and long? Caught over the middle. It's Joseph. They bring him down. It's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The big tight end would not be denied. What a play.
Oh, what a play. Man, this defense, they better watch out for this tight end today. It's proven right there how easily he can slip behind and get lost in coverage. And if that happens, this quarterback's going to find him and make you pay.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. He's got room to run. Here he goes. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away.
Look at that. He's still going. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche.
Nobody can bring him down. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Turn starts inside the 15. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Using his legs, it's Walker. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Tight end goes in motion. Keeping it on the ground here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Anytime you like to run the toss play successfully, that means you're going to have to win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there. They got a nice game.
Now here's the toss play. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Completion, 2nd and 10 from the 39. A play action, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Back to throw. It's Beck. Quick throw to his receiver. And the pass is incomplete. That's 3 in a row. His passing game out of sync.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
They'll try the right side on the toss. Breaks into the clear. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Love the call here to get the ball to the edge, give it to a talented, skilled player where he can get to the outside, find some room, and get a first down.
They'll hand it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Grab down the middle, it's Caldwell. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again, getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. And he'll set up to throw. 4th down completion to the running back. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Now here comes the flea flicker. And it's incomplete. They try the trick play on 1st down. Doesn't fool the defense.
Who doesn't love an old-fashioned flea flicker? The defense sees run. They come flying down to make the tackle right as the receivers run right past them.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. They get him down, and the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
First down here for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. 2nd down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's back. The sure hands. It's Fletcher. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch, but gets the first down in the process.
The Canes will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He fires downfield. Catch made in space. Look out. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion. And with that last catch, he's now over 150 receiving yards for the game. Big fella has been unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, think about how many tight ends do you think in one game can go?
And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's third touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner decides to fair catch this. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. They're going to run it here. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Looking for the wide out. Wide open downfield. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
No way to run up the middle.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
To throw, it's Sorsby. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And he's down after the catch at the 12. A red zone opportunity. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Looks like the Bearcats looking to cash in this red zone trip. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Well, that's how you close a half up. But what a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? I'll flip back to the QB. And it's incomplete. A little first down trickery doesn't work that time. One more play before they head to the locker room. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they've got him for a sack. He could not make something happen before the break here. And so the first half comes to a close. We'll take a break here in the booth and head over to our halftime show. Bearcats will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Scanning the field. It's back. Fires it to the wideout. The ball is picked off.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
He hands it off from the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down. Critical down and distance, do a good job of dialing things up, and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it fly to the wideout. The pass ball is incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Quick completion to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice game.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Dropping back. It's back. Fires it to the wideout. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. Oh, my gosh. Just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. You could say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
Throws it near the sideline. It's a huge gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. And the Canes come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Canes. And that will give them the lead now. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Royer.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Sorsby. Grab near the sticks. It's Allen. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
Sack sets up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Looking deep to the right after all that. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's running out of time here. Oh, he makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw yet again. The receiver makes the catch. Work out of bounds, but it's another big game. This offense producing chunk plays through the air. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today. Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys. We need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's complete. Gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Right down the middle, it's Fletcher. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Hey, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
Now the important point after attempt. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
The shotgun running play call. Running with purpose. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the toss, heads to his right. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Play fake, looking to throw. Fires it on the move. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Here comes a handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Play fake, looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down.
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time he decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
The Bearcats will line up here on first down and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Bearcats! What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment. That's an important score. We got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return begins inside the 10. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Start the drive here from the 23-yard line. To the air. It's back. Pressure is coming. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Chris, I got to tip my cap to this quarterback. I know he's putting up some yards today, and let's face it, they've got the lead, but he has faced some pressure. That's the fourth time that they've been able to get after him and bring him down, so it's feast or famine one way or another in this game right now.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Running out of time in the pocket. They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape.
This defense recognized that this offense wanted to throw the football. They pinned their ears back, got into attack mode, and came up with a nice sack.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this time he misses his intended target, but this receiver has been a key today. They want to try to just keep feeding him.
See if he can make something happen with the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the toss play now, running left. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to pass. It's Sorsby. Quick throw to the left. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Oh, so close to coming up with that conversion here on 4th down in the 4th quarter. Close football game. Now you got to rely on your own defense to come up with a stop and hope you get one more chance.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wide out. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. And this pass is on target, caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They gain enough to set up 1st down now at the 39.
Oh, that really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to 3rd down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a 1st down late in the game. The clock will...
Picked off, a crucial turnover. He's bringing it back. Inside the 40. Past the 20. At the 10 now. Takes it all the way back for a pick 6. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's back. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Out of the gun now on third down. Finds his man. It's Daniels. The Hurricanes moving quickly down the field here.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. The Canes have 1st and 10 here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Chris, there's nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing. Checks it down to the back, picks up some positive yards, but he's got to remember that clock is ticking.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Fletcher. He has first down yardage at the 46. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Scanning the field. It's Beck. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Looking to throw here. Receiver makes the catch. And he'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Hurricanes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. With the catch, it's Fletcher.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you can go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
You make the tackle inside the 30, it'll be first down there. You can win it with a field goal, but you have to manage the clock smartly here. Bringing pressure. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
Boy, the quarterback didn't have any time. It's easy to sit up here and say, boy, the offensive line, why aren't they protecting him? But I'll tell you what, sometimes pre-snap, quarterback's got to get an indicator that the pressure is coming, and he's got to either adjust the protection or get rid of the ball much quicker.
Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to throw. It's Beck. Oh, and another incompletion.
Incomplete. Offense facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Here in the final quarter, this game remains tied.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain moves the ball to the 34. First and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Grab down the middle. It's Allen. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just a tremendous play here by the corner. The offense completes the pass, but the corner comes up, makes a nice form tackle while driving that receiver back in the process.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. They jump on top in OT.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT. PAT puts him in front by 7. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. To throw, it's Beck. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Well, that's a quarterback's dream to have all the time in the world sitting back in that pocket. Allows him to scan the field and be able to find an open receiver without worrying about getting hit. You can see what happens when they have that kind of time back there.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Boy, tight windows as always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
And the point after is good. So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. And the wideout goes in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. To the air, it's Beck. Throws it to the right. He's got it near the end zone. Force out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. In for a touchdown. They claim the lead in double overtime. And now a two-point try coming up.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Caldwell. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab on the move. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
So needing to reach the end zone to keep this game alive, it's first and goal now. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And it's a touchdown. They're an extra point away from double OT, or you go for two and win it right now.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Okay, so now we've got dueling two-point conversions from here on out to decide this game. Enormous pressure on every snap. Back to pass. It's Sorsby. Gets made on the out route. No, he is stopped short. They cannot execute the crucial two-point play. They get the huge stop, and now they go for a two-point try to win the game right here. Now the offense will spend a timeout to get everybody organized. Can't afford a mistake at this moment. So the defense does the job, and now this offense comes out for a two-point try to win the game right here. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he gets in there to win the game. An overtime classic. Wow. Now this is a tough one, and you get it to overtime. You come up short. It's a heartbreaker. They'll have to pick up the pieces after this one.
Yeah, I think we both thought that this game was going to be really close, but I don't know if we would have been able to guess that it was going to be this close. They were so evenly matched, and it just came down to those few plays at the end that really decided it.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of